Okay. Thank you guys again for being on. Getting back in the routine. I gave 2 weeks ago, I gave the week off because there was a lot going on with hurricanes throughout that week. And I know we have a large Florida-based team. And so I wanted to, one, be able to make sure you guys were being able to stay plugged in but safe and whatnot. So we're back on it with our weekly team calls, and it's very easy to fall off and get unmotivated and lose your motivation in this business because it's a self-paced business, right? We're responsible for our own business. So I think that showing up to these Sunday calls is just super, super important. Getting together as a team because we're all not in the same area. And so that, I think, helps keep us motivated. So again, I want to go over just the basics to this business, guys, every single day that we need to do to build this business. And I promise you, if you do these things every single day, you will be very profitable. And you're going to help a lot of people, okay? But again, you got to network every day. You got to share about the business and products every day. You've got to follow up every day. And you've got to be a professional asker, and you got to grow every day. Keep your mind right, right? Why do people go to church? Why do people hang around with positive people? It's to keep their mind right, keep them motivated. It's a constant battle between good and evil every single day. In my mind, in your mind, in the world, on TV, on social media. So we've got to keep it right, all right? And we can do that by showing up and banding together, okay? So stay consistent, keep showing up, remember your why, remember why you started this, and get to work, okay? You promised. I think the worst person you can lie to in life is yourself, because that's not just a mistake. That's your personality. So don't lie to yourself and start doing what you said you were going to do. Start making that commitment to your business, to your family, to your why, and get to work. So that being said, I appreciate you guys being on here. I'm so excited for whatever this new product line is. I can't wait to hear about it. And I am even more excited about the new countries that are about to hit. And hopefully they are what I think they are. And that will be on the family call tonight, right after this. So tonight we're going to talk about color personalities. And, color personalities really helped me take my business to the next level. I hear pitter-pattering your feet. Okay. It really helped take my business to the next level because I went diamond very fast from pushing very, very hard for 90 days. And I went diamond in 3 months. And that was, I didn't go to the bar for 3 months. I didn't go out and party with my friends. I didn't watch TV for 3 months. I didn't go to extracurricular things for 3 months. And that's what it took. Okay. When my friends were like, come out to the movies with me, I was like, I can't. I've really got to get this done. And so you've got to make investments. You might want to call it a sacrifice, but it's really an investment in your business that is later an investment in your why and your family, right? So, get real with yourself on what you need to do and what you need to cut out to make this happen. So, I went diamond in 3 months, and then all of a sudden, I really, I didn't know, I lost a lot of team, and that's the nature of this business. People quit jobs every day. Same idea with this, because it's initiative based. People aren't used to having to take initiative. They're used to being told what to do at a job. So a lot of people quit very easily. So I was like, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing in my leadership? What am I doing in talking to people? And so I learned about color personalities, and it really changed my business because we are all different. So I think that it's a good recap. I know a lot of you guys have heard of this before, and I know some of you have been to our One Team, One Missions, and we kind of go over this in the training portion of the One Team, One Mission, because it's one of my favorite things to talk about. And it's probably been a year since we really dug deep into it. So at least a year. So perfect opportunity to do so. What are color personalities? Well, there's 4 different color personalities, and each of them have different characteristics. This is good in any sort of business, any sort of relationship. It's good to kind of know these. And it's red, blue, green, and yellow. Those are the 4 color personalities. And it's just different characteristics that each person that is driven to might have a dominant color in their personality. A lot of people like to say, oh, I'm all the colors. Like, a lot of people like to say that, but most people are very dominant in one color personality. And yes, we all have characteristics of different colors. So we're going to talk about the traits of each of the color personalities, how to use them when blitzing. We're also going to focus on what you talk to each color personality about when you're presenting the opportunity, and then how to coach different color personalities. And that's where I really kind of messed up when I first got going with the business. So traits of each color personality, red, blue, green, and yellow. Let's start with yellow personalities. A yellow personality is somebody who's very driven to help people. They use words like help a lot. They are more willing to put themselves before others many times. A yellow personality likes to volunteer a lot for doing stuff that they don't even get paid for, whether that be, helping out with a virtual party, or a lot of teachers are yellow personalities. So different occupations that can kind of key you in on what personality someone is you're talking to. Teachers, social workers, school therapists, things like that. Things that where people do things more for the social work aspect of it. Church workers, things like that, tend to be more yellow personality driven. They like to help people. They like to make a difference. That is like the main objective for them. They tend to be very sensitive. They're feelers. They're major feelers. And they, words hurt them. So they tend to, sometimes some bad characteristics of them is that they can get taken advantage of very easily. So that's yellow. A blue personality is somebody who likes to have a good time. They just like to party, okay? They, you might see bartenders tend to be very blue. Hospitality workers tend to be very blue. People that have a lot of gatherings and like to go out a lot, and that like to go dancing and things like that. That blue personality is all about the party, and they like to celebrate. They want any reason to celebrate, okay? Some downside characteristics of a blue personality is that they have a hard time focusing sometimes. And if it's a blue-red personality, it can be actually kind of a dangerous situation. I'll get into that later. So some key words you might hear someone say when they're blue is like, yeah, oh my gosh, I'm going to go to this awesome party, or oh my gosh, we go out, we have fun all the time. And they usually tend to have a lot of friends as well. So those are kind of things you can kind of look for in a blue personality. Green personality is somebody who's very analytical. So think people like scientists, engineers. Men tend to be green somewhat, most men. And they ask a lot of questions, like a lot of questions when it comes to the business and products especially. They want to know who, what, when, where, why, how. Like they want it all, okay? They want to know about like ingredients, and they want to know how it works and why it works, and compensation plan details. And they might want to know all that before they even consider working, even if they've already signed up as a distributor. They're going to want to know the ingredients of the products, like the wraps. And I mean, you will get tons of questions with the green personality. And like I said, scientists, engineers, trying to think if you guys can think of any other type of occupations that tend to be very green. Nutritionalists, sometimes doctors can be sometimes green. Yeah. So, and then we have red as well. Red is like a type A personality. They want to be they want and like to be in charge. They tend to be leadership driven, manager driven, they type A, meaning they grab the attention in, when they walk into a room or at a meeting. They're not afraid to take on a leadership role. Now, some downsides of a red personality is most red people think that they're yellow. They're like, but I'm doing this to help people, and really they're very dominant, but they get angered very easily, and they tend to be hot-headed. So if you guys didn't know, I am red. But they're financially driven too as well. So those are just, they might ask, like, how much do you make? What's your commission rate? How much is this? How have you done? They will dominate the conversation a lot of the time over you. And that's a red personality. So those are the traits of each. So now how do we use it when we're blitzing? So let me go ahead and do the speaker view here. All right, so I have a blitz card here. It's kind of bright. There we go. So when I go to hand somebody a coupon, when you're blitzing, what you do is, even at the event this weekend, we just had an event this weekend, when people would walk by the booth and I would say, have you tried any of this before? Have you heard of any of this before? 99% of the time, the answer was no. I always grab this blitz card. And you guys know, like, I love all the products, probably 100 times more than I love the wrap, but I love the wrap because it gives me that time and the opportunity to talk to them about other stuff. So I always say, so this is what it is. This is our flagship product. It is a cloth wrap you put anywhere on the body. And this is what it does. Then I read the bullet points. It tightens, tones, and firms. It reduces the appearance of cellulite and gives you fast and lasting results from a botanically based formula. And then I kind of shut up, okay? At events, it's a little different. I also try to talk to them about the wow. And I also tell them we have natural products for any sort of health and skincare goals. So normally when you're blitzing, here's a coupon for my business. Have you tried it? Have you heard of it? And then if they say yes, you can say, have you tried it? But most of the time they say no, I'll be honest with you. So a yellow, what did we talk about first? We talked about a yellow personality first. Someone's in the chat here. Oh yeah, sometimes nurses can be green as well. They tend to be yellow, I've found, but they can be green too. So a yellow personality, when you give them this coupon, they're going to look at this and they're going to talk about who they can help with it. They're going to say, oh my gosh, my sister-in-law just had a baby. Maybe I could get one for her as a push present. And this would help her so much. Like, wow. They're going to talk about helping. So the second they talk about that, you want to talk about all the people you've helped. Or maybe you haven't gotten a large customer base. You're going to talk about someone else's story and what they've helped. So yeah, gosh, my friend Melissa, she's been doing this and she's helped so many people with things like, with all of our products, with things like anemia and diabetes and fibromyalgia. It's just amazing. You should see what some of our products help people do. You talk about those aspects. So that's with a yellow personality. Now with a blue personality, you're going to give them the coupon, and the first thing they're going to see is at the bottom here, it says, it's fun, host a party, and try it free. They're going to see the word party, and they're going to go, oh my gosh, you guys do parties? That is your first clue. That is like the clue that they are a blue personality. At that point, and no joke, I like to carry my calendar with me. I go, oh my gosh, yeah, let's do one. I love parties. We have so much fun, and all you have to do is bring some friends. What works for you in the next week or two? And book the party then and there. Sometimes they'll go, I can get some girls together tonight. Do it. Get them then and there and say, absolutely, let's do it tonight. You know, as long as for every friend you bring, you're gonna get $5 off your wrap. Okay. So that's what a blue personality would do. Book the party. Get their phone number. Okay. Talk about how much fun we have. Okay. So that's blue. Now, a green personality, oh my gosh, the greens are the worst to blitz. You're going to give them a coupon and they're going to take it and they're going to read every single word on here. Even the fine print at the bottom that says like individual results will vary. They'll probably read it all before they even speak to you. They'll take it and they'll read it all. And you'll be sitting there like, oh my God, what do I do? This is your indication that they are a green personality. They're very analytical. And they're going to say, is it FDA approved? What are the ingredients? How does it work? What's the science behind it? They're going to ask questions like that. What you're going to say is you're going to either, one, get them with another green personality. Say, you know what? That's not my strong suit. I just know that it works. That's just not my personality. We've been in business for about 15 years and naturalist doctors. So you want to talk about the accreditation. Naturalist doctors formulate our products. So what I might do is get the ingredients and the information sheet and email you. Do you have an email address or a text number I could send the information to? And then before you leave them and you take that number, you show them your website. My website is here right on the card. And you'll find the full list of ingredients and frequently asked questions for all 40 plus products that we have. I encourage you to look at that as well, because our doctors put those information sheets together. Okay, so a true green personality is going to want to do the research on their own. It can be kind of dangerous. I don't know what this is going on right here. Sorry. It can be kind of dangerous because they sometimes will Google. If they're like an amateur green, they will Google and, you know, of course, you know, we've got competitors that put reviews up about our products and things like that. And so I try to, you know, give them credible resources to look at. I am a red green in business and a blue personality in personal life. So if you guys get a green, I love to sit down with them and just fact the crap out of them with stuff. So by all means, please use me as a reference for help with that if you need it. So you can even say, you know, like, that's not my strong suit. I'm just having fun with this and I love the products and I know they work. My friend Melissa is more the like geeky science person about it. So let me get you on the phone with her. You can say stuff like that. Okay. Now, be careful because sometimes a hater can come off as a green when they ask like ridiculous questions and they're very negative about it. Don't waste your time, okay? But don't take it personal either. Don't, you know, sometimes I see people are like, they're asking this and and I'm like, that's okay. They just don't know. You know, let's get them the information. So, you know, it's a fine line that gets walked when it comes to those things. The last, what did I say? We did green, red, blue. Okay, so the red personality, you're going to blitz them. And they're going to immediately see the red on here, $25, because they're numbers driven, they're financial driven. And they're going to go, so wait, it's only $25? Or they might say, so wait, do you keep that $25 every time you wrap somebody? And, you're going to focus on, yeah, we do. Actually, my friend Melissa, she's a triple diamond in this, and she learned over $150,000 in bonuses working the business. You know, so it's a great opportunity, even just working it part-time. I'd love to sit with you and chat about that. Can I text you some information on that? Those are the types of people you want to send the opportunity video to, because they have a keen eye for opportunity almost immediately, and they're very driven towards making money. So they will run with the business, okay? Those are just kind of some tips in when you're blitzing and what to do with them. So what do you focus on when you're presenting the opportunity with them? So let me get some volunteers here. Nikki, since you're yellow, I think you're still on here. Oh, but I know you're not feeling good, or your whole family's not feeling good. Let me know, Nikki, do you think you can talk for a second? Maybe.
Are you there?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Can you talk for just a second?
Yeah, I finally have the entire family in bed.
Okay. So you're very yellow. So what was it about the opportunity that we talked about to you that really jumped out at you?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so immediately didn't even think of myself. I thought of other people first. Like, I come from uh, a family who has a lot of medical issues as far as like diabetes and things like that. And plus, I had gestational diabetes with my first pregnancy, and I had already gone through all that stuff before this was even offered to me. So I was like, well, I don't want to become diabetic when I'm older anyway. So maybe this would really help me kind of like, I was already in the preventative kind of state of mind. So honestly, when the very first time it was offered to me, I was like, what? Whatever. I just kind of like pushed it off. I think it took like a month or two um, of like repetitive, offering. And she's like, well, just, watch my posts and this, that, and the other. So I was kind of a creeper at first. Uh, and then she finally was like, well, let me know if you want to be added into a group chat with this, my uplines. And I was like, oh, I don't know. Then they said, well, we're having a group, a live call. Would you like to listen in? And I had tuned in to a live webinar that you guys were doing on YouTube. And I technically was listening to it while I was in the shower. And so the wheels just started to turn into my head like, well, you know what? I bet you some of this stuff could just really help my family out, and they would be the first people that I thought of, if I were to get into this, of how many people I could really just start to help out. And to this day, I'm pretty sure every single one of my family members is either a customer, they're my distributor, or they have been doing really well on a health journey so far. So I have been successful along with Mary.
Yeah, Mary's waving. She's like, me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys will notice how many times she talked about help, 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 help. So I know for a fact that Nikki is a feeler, and I know that when her team doesn't work, she just thinks of all the help that this business can do for her, for their family, and it hurts her. It hurts her to the core. So that can be some things that she has to put her armor on and protect herself for prior to working with her team. And so you'll know what you want to talk about with a person that is yellow is, stuff like how much we can help people, what different people that have been helped by the products or the opportunity, and also our Gives Back program. How we can donate $1, $2, or $5 of our commission every month to our Gives Back program and help companies and organizations like Sayla's Freedom or Children's Cup, the V Foundation for childhood cancer, and things like that. So those are things you can focus on with presenting the opportunity. What things that will turn them off is if you're just like, you're gonna make so much money, you're gonna be rich and be a millionaire, and if you're just only talking about that, they're gonna run away. So this is why being like understanding like clues as to what their color personality is so important. So a blue personality, Crystal, sorry, I know you're driving. Crystal, I know she's like different. She's like a blue, green. She kind of she has a lot of different ones, but I do know Crystal did a party for me. And Crystal, if you can unmute yourself and talk about like your favorite aspects of the business, aside from like you just loving the products, like what were some things that jumped out to you when we discussed the opportunity?
Well, mine originally was that I could, share with share with other people. And I did a party because I knew that would be the easiest way to kind of spread the word. And since I was already in love with the products, if I wanted to jump into this, then I figured I might as well jump into it with a party, so that a lot of my immediate friends that attended would already be able to receive the information from Melissa, who kind of already knew how to present it, and not so much just straight out of my mouth. But I don't really
what would you say you would focus on with someone that seems like really blue? Like what aspects of the business would you?
I would focus on that you can do this business really throughout your life. You can do one-on-ones. You can have get-togethers at your house. You can have you can drink alcohol while you're having a party.
Yeah, blue person loves to party. They will, talk about how we party, how we have a good time, how we get together, as a team to work and to just have fun.
Right.
Show them pictures of events you've attended and all the parties we've done there. Mary knows. Kyla knows. I don't think we slept at conference last year at all. Focus on the party for sure with them and say, hey, we get paid to party. We have a good time and we meet new people and make new friends every day. So that's what you want to focus on, when presenting the opportunity to them. And definitely show them pictures of events you've attended. When you're posting pictures of you guys at like team events or training events, they're watching. I can't tell you how many blue personalities I've signed up that are like, it just looks like you guys have so much fun. They're always going to talk about the fun, okay? And keep it fun with them too. Okay, sorry, Crystal. I know you're driving. So a green personality. Do I have Mary? You're kind of green, right? No, but okay. So do you know like what you would talk? Okay, you go ahead. Tell me what you would focus on. I muted you with a green personality.
As far as like the opportunity.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like when Nikki started, because I'm her aunt, I was one of those family members that have signed up with her. I looked at everything. Like I stalked her Facebook. I asked questions. I did everything. Greens are, and I'm sort of that. Like I don't know like a ton about all the products and everything, but yeah, I was kind of a pain. That's what Nikki said. I was kind of a pain. I thought it was a cult. I thought she was crazy. But as far as how I got hooked was she kept posting the results. Every time she would put on I'd look at her Facebook, she'd have her results on there. And when she really started posting her stuff, not just the other people's things, I was like, oh my gosh, they like totally did something to that photo. It's different lighting. There's no way.
Yeah.
And so when approaching an opportunity with the green, I just kind of like let it set a little bit, I send the opportunity video, and she sent it to me the first time, and I kind of ignored it the first time, and then I was like, okay, I'll look at it again, and then it hooked me talking about the journey and how it helps people, and because I'm a little bit of a yellow as well.
Yeah.
Greens are really, it took me months. Like I didn't even go to her launch party because I thought these products were
bogus.
Nuts. It was a hoax.
Yeah,
so,
like greens take a while to close, so be patient. But the second a green is in your business, they are there for life.
They're in. Okay? Yeah, they're in.
It took me, I wish he was on here, Matthew Johnson. He took me like 1 to 2 years to close. And this guy was like in it from the start. He was like, I want to do it. I already looked everything up. I talked to all my friends. I looked up all the ingredients on the website. I took the ingredients to all the professionals in the industry and didn't tell them what it was. And they were all into it. And I mean, this guy just researched and researched and researched. I wanted to kill him. I had my baby in like 2 weeks. She was 2 weeks old. And he came to my house. to talk more about the compensation plan. And I was like, dude, I haven't slept in 2 weeks. Like, all right, come over here. I don't know you. Like, I don't really know you that well. So yeah, greens. I know Lori, because when Lori started, I see you on here, Lori. She was like definitely looking into all the ingredients. So Lori, do you want to give us a little input on like what you feel really like, maybe not necessarily like made you become a distributor? Let me unmute you. But maybe what like really kind of got you motivated?
Yeah, it was definitely the ingredients. I've been on like the all natural nature doing its job and working with the body thing for a while. So when I found out that it was naturalist doctors behind it and it was legit and high quality products, yeah, that was what got me going.
Yeah, so that's good things to focus on with them is the accolades, the doctors, the awards, the processes, the ingredients. So have and know where to find that stuff before you talk to them, or just know, you should know that. You know where to find ingredients on your website, and be ready to pull them up. or sometimes people have a book. Go ahead, Mary.
The other thing too is like personal results. That's what's going to get them. You showing that they can look at you and see that you have done these products and that this is what it did for you. If Nikki wouldn't have shown her personal results from this, I probably still would not be looking at It Works. So those personal results that you do, they're very important for those greens because it gives them somebody that they know, oh my gosh, that's what it did for you. Okay, that's what got my attention.
Yeah, and guys, first of all, products you use on yourself can be written off as samples in your taxes at the end of the year. And I know you're spending money on it, but for crying out loud, guys, like I cannot tell you how many people are like, does it work? Yeah, boom, here's my results. That's you? Yeah, and they sign up right then and there, okay? So it pays you tenfold in what you use on yourself. Red. Cool. Clint's kind of red. He's definitely got some red in him. Yeah, Clint, what would you say like attracted you to the business? I know you kind of have a different story, but I know you just hopped on here too. So go ahead.
Am I unmuted? Yeah, sorry, I'm having trouble. I hope you are you recording this?
I am. Yeah.
Good, because I have had trouble with my devices. But anyways, so what I saw initially, and the reason that I got into this company was because I wanted to try the greens. That's why I contacted Melissa, and I knew that there was a business opportunity here. I had gone down another road previously and put 2 years into working a business, so I kind of get the idea. But when I saw the opportunity starting in June with all the new distributors, and I started taking a look at how they were going to be very set out instructions, like a path to follow, and a bunch of other people starting at the same time. I'm kind of competitive, and I said I would be a fool not to just jump on this.
I was saying Reds are very competitive.
Yeah, I definitely. See, I can't hear what you're saying. I'm gonna just keep talking, okay. But that's everything. It sounds like you're talking underwater. I've tried both.
That's okay.
I don't know what's happening, but anyways, so yeah, I'm definitely a money motivated. I'm definitely a money motivated person. So if I see an opportunity to make money, absolutely, and if I can do that while being able to help other people at the same time, that was part of my goals getting started here was also to get healthy, to help myself get healthy and develop, and the money attached to it definitely makes me motivated.
Cool. Yeah. So keywords he talked about: money, competition. Okay. Those are going to be keywords you're going to talk about. Is you're going to talk about the money that's. Oh my gosh, my dog. Hold on. Go. the money that's involved in making it. You're going to talk about the comp plan, get them on a phone with another red who's had success, and say like, oh my gosh, my friend Melissa, she's made, again, $150,000 with this. Like, you should talk to her, or in just bonuses. You should talk to her, blah, blah, blah. So get them on the phone with me. We'll talk about it. Send them my opportunity video, because that's geared towards that. And they usually have major leadership roles as well, and they can be kind of like hot-headed. So they're very opinionated on their social medias many times. So that's kind of what you want to focus on with that. Any questions so far? Anybody have any questions? No? Oh, Clinton does. Hold on.
Not so much a question as I just wanted to mention, I was telling you about Regina. Regina messaged me while I wasn't even on here. She says, am I a red? I think I'm a red.
Yeah, I was going to say she's a red.
Yes, yes, you are.
From the start. And this sounds very vain because I am a red, but I love reds. I love reds in our business because they are just going to take the bull by the horns and run with it. The thing is if I tell a red, like, hey, whoever goes diamond by December, I'm going to take to Vegas. A red is going to like literally work until they're bleeding in the hands to go there because they're all about that competition. But if I put a yellow up against a red and say, okay, if you, whoever enrolls the most, I'm taking to Vegas, a yellow is going to crap out immediately. They're going to be like, no, like, but then this person's not going to be able to go. And it's going to be sad if they can't go. And I don't want to take that away from somebody. So that's when it comes, that kind of leads me into the coaching aspect of it. Coaching a red, again, you want to talk about competition. You want to put them up against competition with either other reds, and say like, hey, if you fully complete if you fully complete your steps to success this month, I'm going to send you a box of wraps. Now let's say we have an event and a red personality, I want them to bring people to this opportunity event, like a one team, one mission. I'm going to tell a red, Sally said that she's bringing 10 people to the opportunity event, and I don't know that you're going to be able to bring more. Like, do you think you could bring more than Sally? And a red's going to be like, yeah, I'm bringing 20. Okay. So like you're coaching them to get them to bust their butt with their business. Okay. Now, if I tell a yellow that, they're not going to care. If I tell a green that, they're going to be like, you're ridiculous. Like, who brings 10 people to a meeting? We should be spending analytical time with every single person we have. And no way you're going to be able to give them all the information if you have 10 to 20 people there. You need like 3 solid people there. Okay. So like everyone's going to be different. So that's how you get reds to bring people to events. Now, constructive criticism to a red needs to be done in compliment sandwich form. If I tell a red, you should not have posted that the wraps detox you. Like that's wrong. Like that, we're not allowed to say that. And then I just leave it there. A red's going to be like, screw you. Like, well, first of all, I didn't know that. And why are you being such a jerk about it? And you know what? This is my business. I'll work it how I want. That's a red. Okay. And you'll piss them off. But if you say to a red, hey, you have been freaking rocking this. I just saw your post and wanted to let you know that we aren't allowed to claim that the wraps detox you. It sucks. It's just an FDA thing. I know, I get it. But I can give you some other options in what to say. Either way, like, I don't even think you need to say it because you've been rocking it so much. You compliment sandwich them. Okay. So, that's what you do with a red personality. Now with a yellow personality, it's about their feelers. So you want to constantly, again, talk about, maybe a yellow is feeling down because someone on their team isn't doing anything anymore and they're down and out, and you want to explain to them and say, you only do what you can. And why would you quit now when you have so many other people left to help? Things like that. Again, use that word help. when giving them constructive criticism, explain to them, hey, we can help so many more people if we word it this way. Hey, we can help so many more people if you continue to remain consistent. You can talk about how to get them to bring people to events. Yellow is the person that's going to help you with the event. So you're going to say, they're going to be the one that's willing to pick up balloons and papers, and they're going to be willing to check people in for you. They're awesome to have when you're running an event or a party, and say, hey, Nikki, since Nikki's so yellow, Nikki, I have this 1 team, 1 mission I'm doing in Ohio, and I'm coming all the way from Arizona. I really do not want this room to be empty. If you can please help me out in making sure that you bring anyone and everyone you can, I would so appreciate it. I would really, really appreciate if you could do that for me. That would help me so much. So that's how you get them to bring people to events. I sound like a con artist. I'm not trying to be a con artist by any means, guys. I'm just really trying to help you guys into understanding how to coach them properly. Especially with a red like myself, and this is an extreme situation, but like reds will be like, why are you being such a feeler about this? Go out there and make some money. Like, why, if you bring those people to the event, you're going to make money. Like, and so it can drive a yellow away. A yellow can be very like, it's not what I'm in it for, So, that's what you do with a yellow personality. With a green personality, in coaching them, I really get them on calls with Dr. Dawn, with Dr. Luis. Tell them, if you want them to go to conference, say, hey, Dr. Dawn is going to be up there doing really in-depth product trainings, and I know you are really about that. Like, you don't want to miss this. When constructive criticism with them is just very analytical, they can take it. They usually, you can say, hey, listen, I'm telling you this because blah, 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 and I don't want you to get in trouble, or I don't want you to whatever, but this is the facts. Here's where I found it. Here's where I found the information, and this is what we need to do from here. To get a green to bring people to an event, what you're going to say is, hey, listen, I need you to bring people to this event because we are going to be doing some product training, and this is a key opportunity for you to have them sit in front of people that know a lot about these products and a lot about these compensation plan. So they're going to get the details they need in order to be successful and join your team or buy products. So it only makes sense for you to invite people to this because we're going to be able to get a lot of work done in one night as opposed to having to do individual meetings with people. So you're giving them logical reasons to bring people to this event. Okay. So that's a green. And I did red, I did green, yellow. So blue, a blue personality, you just have to keep it fun. So everything has to end with it's almost like over exaggerated, like Valley Girl, I guess you could almost say. Keep it fun. Don't get analytical. Don't get angry with them. Keep it fun. Don't go too long without having a fun event with them in person, or try to, if they're not near you, try to plug them in with a local team to have fun with. Try to get them to events, okay? Because they're going to have fun. They're going to see us all getting together. Invite them out for drinks afterward. Now, a blue personality, I get them to bring people to 1 team, 1 missions or wrap parties or events. I get them to do this by saying, hey, girl, for every person you bring to this event, I'm buying you a cocktail. For every prospect you're bringing. And they're like, what? I'm going to bring 27 and a half people to this wrap party. So, and they will work, hey, they'll tell their friends, hey, you're coming to this party with me, girl, because I'm getting cocktails for every person I bring. And they're probably going to end up bringing a bunch of other blues who like to party, and parties mean wrap cash, right? So that's how you get a blue to do stuff. So keep it super fun with them, though. I think that's pretty much it. Did that seem helpful? What questions do you guys have? Any questions? No? Any questions in general, like non-color personality wise? No? Okay. Cool. Well, we got 12 minutes before the family call, so go take a pee, go eat something real quick. Definitely be on the family call, guys, because I know there's going to be huge announcements. So if you don't know where to find that information, www.myitworksevents.com. You can also find it on your Wrap app. I know Pam Souter also posted the link to it. I would probably hop on early too because it might get capped out. Yeah. So let me end this.